Heat clearing and lung-moistening decoction can prevent excessive autumn dryness from burning yin fluid. In autumn, the first reaction of the body is dryness. Dryness is the main qi in autumn. Its qi is clear and solemn, and its nature is dry. The lungs govern qi and control breathing. Dryness pathogen can harm people and easily damage the body's fluid. As the saying goes, when dryness prevails, it becomes dry. When fluid is depleted, the human body can clearly feel dryness. Dry mouth, dry lips, dry nose, dry throat, and even dry skin. When it comes to replenishing fluid, I guess someone will immediately pick up the water cup at hand. But replenishing fluid cannot be just blindly drinking water. I believe some people have deeply experienced that after drinking so much water, they are extremely full, but the effect is just so-so. The metabolism of fluid is particularly closely related to the spleen and lungs. According to the principle of nourishing yang in spring and summer and nourishing yin in autumn and winter, proposed in the Yellow Emperor's Inner Canon, the key to health preservation in autumn is to prevent dryness and protect yin. We should eat more foods that nourish yin and moisten dryness to prevent excessive autumn dryness from burning yin fluid. Today we are going to make a health-preserving soup that clears heat, strengthens the spleen, and moistens the lungs. Clear heat and moisturize lungs decoction. This dryness will also form warm dryness and cold dryness as the temperature changes. In the north, there is suddenly a lot of rain and the temperature drops sharply. After sleeping overnight in a comfortable room and then going out, one feels the chilly wind. When cold air enters the body the next day, symptoms such as headache, clear nasal discharge, and dry cough appear. This is the symptom that occurs when the lung is invaded by the pathogenic cold and dryness and the body fluid is depleted. The specific clinical manifestations at the initial stage are headache, fever, aversion to cold without sweating, sniffling and stuffy nose, similar to catching a cold. But at the same time, there is a phenomenon of insufficient body fluid and dryness. For example, the inside of the nasal cavity is extremely dry and there may even be nosebleeds. Some patients may have nasal discharge, but it is very thin and clear. At the same time, there are symptoms such as dry lips and throat, continuous dry cough, chest tightness and rebellious qi, dry skin, and a thin white and dry tin coating. As for warm dryness, when it is hot at noon and the pores open due to sweating, when the chilly autumn wind blows, the body is invaded by cold pathogenic factors. At this time, the dryness and heat of the external environment will quickly turn the cold pathogenic factors in the body into heat. With this internal heat plus external heat, symptoms of warm dryness will appear. At the initial stage, there are symptoms such as headache, body heat, sore throat, dry nose and lips, chest tightness and flank pain, restlessness and thirst, a thin white and dry tongue coating, and redness at the tip and edges of the tongue. These are the dry and hot symptoms that appear when the lung is invaded by warm dryness and the lung fluid is burned. The exterior syndrome is inclined to win heat, and there is a severe deficiency of body fluid and even heat transformation that damages the collaterals, leading to chest pain, hemoptysis, red tongue, yellow coating, and thready and rapid pulse. When the throat is dry, many people's first reaction is to eat pears, but it should be noted that pears are cold in nature and are more suitable for symptoms of warm dryness. The Sewin Treatise on the Law of 5 Viscera and 6 Bowels in accordance with the seasons mentions, the lung desires to converge. Quickly eat sour things to converge it. Use sour flavors to tonify it, and pungent flavors to purge it. Sour flavors converge and tonify the lung, while pungent flavors disperse and purge the lung. In autumn, it is advisable to converge rather than disperse. Therefore, in autumn diet, pay attention to reducing pungent flavors and increasing sour flavors. The lung belongs to metal and communicates with autumn. Lung qi is prosperous in autumn. Eat less pungent flavored foods to prevent excessive lung qi. According to traditional Chinese medicine, metal restrains wood. Excessive lung qi will damage the function of the liver. Therefore, in autumn, increase sour flavors to increase the function of the liver and resist the invasion of excessive lung qi. One should eat more sour fruits and vegetables. The clearing heat and moisturizing lungs decoction recommended today uses ingredients that are all slightly cold, mainly targeting warm dryness. Ingredients: preparation for the heat clearing and lung moistening decoction. Gunia literalis, 10 grams, Ophiopogon japonicus, 10 grams, Polygonatum odoratum 10 grams, white hyacinth bean 30 grams, lily 20 grams, lean pork 200 grams. Gulnia literalis has a sweet and slightly bitter taste, is slightly cold in nature, and enters the lung and stomach meridians. It is good at nourishing yin and clearing the lung, promoting fluid production, and benefiting the stomach. It can nourish the yin of the lung and stomach, and clear the heat of the lung and stomach. It is a commonly used yin-nourishing medicine and also an excellent choice for tonic diet therapy. Ophiopogon japonicus is sweet and slightly bitter in taste, slightly cold in nature, and moist in texture. It enters the heart, lung, and stomach meridians. It can not only nourish the yin of the lungs and stomach and generate body fluid to moisten dryness, but also clear the heart and remove vexation and heat. The Shenangbin Cao Jing lists Ophiopogon japonicus as a top-grade herb for nourishing yin and moistening the lungs, saying that taking it for a long time makes one's body light, and one will not age or feel hunger. Polygonatum odoratum has a sweet taste and is slightly cold in nature. It has a moist texture and enters the lung and stomach meridians. It is good at nourishing yin, moistening dryness, promoting fluid production, and quenching thirst. It nourishes the yin of the lung and stomach without being overly greasy and clears heat without being overly cold. It is a mild and moistening product for treating dry cough, dysphoria, thirst, and other symptoms due to yin deficiency of the lung and stomach. Fried white hyacinth bean is sweet in taste and warm in nature. It belongs to the spleen and stomach meridians. The sweet and warm nature can tonify the spleen without being greasy. The fragrant nature can resolve dampness without being dry and intense. It has the functions of strengthening the spleen and nourishing the stomach, resolving dampness and harmonizing the middle energizer, stopping diarrhea and leukorrhea. Although it is slightly warm in nature, it does not have the disadvantage of being warm and dry and causing heat and injuring body fluids. Therefore, it can be used to treat exogenous cold in summer, internal injury of summer dampness, aversion to cold, fever, heavy head and tired body, fullness in the epigastrium, and vomiting and diarrhea. Fried white hyacinth bean further enhances the effect of strengthening the spleen. Lily, it is sweet in taste and slightly cold in nature. With a moist quality, it enters the lung and heart meridians. It can not only nourish yin, moisten the lungs, and relieve cough, but also is good at clearing the heart and calming the mind. The Shennings Classic of Materia Medica describes the efficacy of lily as treating evil qi, abdominal distension, and heartache, facilitating defecation and urination, and tonifying the middle and boosting qi. Specific practices are as follows. 1. Wash all ingredients. Soak lily and white lentils in advance. 2. Wash the lean pork, cut it into pieces, and blanch it to remove blood foam. 3. Wrap all ingredients except lily and put them into a casserole, add an appropriate amount of water. 4. After boiling over high heat, turn to low heat and simmer for 1.5 hours. 5. Then add lily and stir and cook for 20 minutes. 6. Add a small amount of salt for seasoning before serving. In plain questions on the timing of concealed qi in organs, it is mentioned, the lung desires to be astringent. Urgently consume sour flavors to astringe it, use sour flavors to tonify it, and pungent flavors to purge it. Sour flavors are astringent and tonify the lung. Pungent flavors are dispersive and purge the lung. Autumn is a season for astringency rather than dispersion. Therefore, in autumn diet, pay attention to reducing pungent flavors and increasing sour flavors. The lung pertains to metal and communicates with autumn. Lung qi is exuberant in autumn. Eat less pungent foods to prevent excessive lung qi. According to traditional Chinese medicine, metal restricts wood. Excessive lung qi will damage the liver's function. Therefore, in autumn, increase sour flavors to increase the liver's function and resist the invasion of excessive lung qi. One should eat more sour fruits and vegetables. Today's recommended heat-clearing and lung-moistening soup uses ingredients that are all slightly cold, mainly targeting warm dryness. What about cool dryness? Here, it is recommended that everyone use perilla leaves to soak feet in boiled water. At the same time, drinking a little ginger soup can also relieve dryness.